Hello, Susie Newell here. I want to talk to you today about fundamentalism. Do you struggle with wanting to have everybody believe the way you believe? If that's the case, you are responding to an ancient response in your brain. That response is based on this whole defend your group kind of mentality. It's slightly animalistic, right? We live in little groups and we want to defend our group. And every group has this kind of fundamentalism that infects it. Anything from church to your job. There's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. And everything's black and white and you have to believe the way I believe. If you have that belief system, you are part of the problem, right? We need to break down those ideas. We need to be able to change. Because the world is, whatever divine creation you believe in, whatever that is changing all of the time. If you aren't the same person you were when you were 5 years old, your belief system has changed since then. So your belief in everything else has to change as well. The way to do this is, instead of all this talky, you need to do what I do, you have to live it. You have to be the person. You have to live the example of what you want people to do. And they'll see you and be like, hey, I want to be like her. She's pretty cool. She's got it figured out. She's got a good connection with her God or her thing or her science or her whatever. I want to be a part of that. And that's how you spread the truth. You don't spread it by yelling at someone on Facebook. You don't spread it by being a negative Nancy. You spread it by being the example of what you believe. Presumably that's a good thing, right? Like, you don't believe in laying in bed all day and shooting up heroin. That's not a belief system anybody really has. So you got to get out there and do the things that you believe so that everyone that you want to influence can see that. So I wrote something about this, and it's called Reject Fundamentalism. Fundamentalism destroys faith. This is a bit controversial, but it needs to be said. If we knew who or what God really was, we would be God. But faith is personal. It is your personal journey with belief in something greater for you. For some of you, this is scientific. For others, this is defined by a religion or a simple belief in a great spirit or a power in the universe. Fundamentalism destroys original purpose. Sometimes it is enthusiasm. Usually it's an amygdala brain response that isn't about teaching and enlightening, but rather an ancient instinctive need to protect the pack. That doesn't just apply to religion, but to any organization with a manual. Once a belief lands in this part of the brain, there is a physical response to fight anyone who thinks differently. This isn't logical thinking. We aren't animals. There are many ways to get to a place where your amygdala doesn't run the show. You are on the path now. We don't care how you get there, just get there. Intention for this is, what are the things in my life that I have become fundamentally intolerant? Do I see how irrational a fundamentalist belief is? Try, instead of fundamentalist thinking, try to embrace what you celebrate and become it. And through that, you can share. And understand that you aren't God, so you actually don't understand all of it. I am still learning. I have a lot to learn. I am quite sure that I'm going to look at this book in 10 years and be like, oh, I forgot this, or I didn't do this, or I said this wrong. I know that's a truth. But knowing that allows me to move forward, because it's okay if I make a mistake, if I'm not perfect, because there is no perfect way through this world. You just keep growing, and you can't grow if you're a fundamentalist. Have a beautiful day and spread the love.